Hey guys, this is Margaret, otherwise known as Grit Girl or Athens Newbie, and tonight I'm going to show you how to make a Mexican tortilla soup. It's a recipe I actually found online that I have transcribed into my own personal cookbook, and it's actually relatively easy to make, and so here's what we use to make it. Okay, so our ingredients are chicken, garlic, tomato paste, ground cumin, whole tomatoes, oregano, avocados, olive oil, chicken broth, chopped onions, jalapenos, lime, and cilantro. Sounds like a whole lot. You're just going to throw it in and let it all cook together. It's fabulous. So to start off with, we're going to actually start cooking the onions. Alright, real quick, since we're going to be cooking several things together, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I personally like to chop and seed jalapeno peppers or peppers of any kind. I cut off the stem and the base. Kind of do a little slip right down the center of it, then slowly unroll it and trim out the middle. Alright, something important to know about jalapeno peppers. Obviously they're very hot, so if you're going to be handling more than one or two of them, you'll want to either wear gloves or dip your fingertips in some oil first to coat them so that you don't absorb all the spiciness, and definitely don't rub your eyes, your nose, anything like that, because you'll get the juice in there and it will sting a lot. Alright, our jalapeno peppers here in Georgia aren't very hot, so I'm actually using two of them even though the recipe only calls for one, but that's also a personal preference. So now I've gotten them finely chopped up, and I'm going to heat them in the pot with some oil, the onions, and about 3 cloves of minced garlic. Okay, while our recipe says 1 medium chopped onion, I cheat and use frozen chopped onions. They work just as well, easy, quick, and they're actually relatively cheap. I don't know exactly how much 1 medium onion is, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Mix it in there with our minced garlic. Add the jalapeno peppers. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of oregano and 1 teaspoon of cumin. Okay, so in our pot we have about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which has been warmed up and started to kind of sizzle. About three minced garlic cloves, 1 medium chopped onion, 2 jalapeno peppers that have been seeded and minced, and then 1 teaspoon of oregano and 1 teaspoon of cumin. And basically we're going to let that simmer on medium-high heat until the onions are soft and relatively transparent. Just stir it occasionally. Okay, so our onions are just about done, so I've been preparing the rest of what I need to get together. My one lime is cut in half, my tomatoes are open, my tomato paste is open, I've got my chicken broth ready to go, and then my chicken I'm just going to shred it right before. Quick tip on chopping up cilantro or parsley: get it into a little bunch and then just cut across. And I'm actually shredding the chicken by hand. These are 2 chicken breasts that I bought in a bag of frozen chicken breasts. And I thawed them and grilled them on my little George Foreman. And you can use, chicken breasts like this, or rotisserie chicken, or canned chicken. It doesn't matter. You just want basically 2 pieces, just enough to really add that flavor to the soup. Alright, so we're going to add 6 cups of chicken broth, and I just buy this clear chicken broth from Kroger. It's basically $1.79 for a box of it. It's wonderful. You'll see basically one box is just shy of about 5 cups. Okay, so next you're going to either add 2 14.5-ounce cans of whole tomatoes with their juice, or 1 28-ounce can. Now 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Alright, we're going to stir the tomatoes, the tomato juice, and the tomato paste in. Now I'm going to add the chicken. The cilantro. And the lime juice. Just one lime. Okay, so you've got all of your ingredients added together, mixed in. It looks beautiful. Now you're going to turn it up and let it come to a boil. Once it starts to boil, bring it back down to a simmer and let it simmer for 30 minutes. Okay, so our tortilla soup has finished, and it just smells amazing, like rich, and you got that thick broth, and then that bite from the jalapenos, and the sweetness from the tomatoes and the cilantro. So your condiments, for lack of a better term, are going to be some diced up avocados, and then tortillas and sour cream. Okay, your options for tortillas is you can either make your own, which are delicious and relatively easy, or you can go super easy and buy them. If you buy the ones that are in the fridge, refrigerated section, they don't have quite as many preservatives as the ones that are just sit on the shelf for 100 years do. And then you have your sour cream. Okay, to prepare the tortillas to be your condiment topping type thing, you're going to cut them into strips, just small strips, put them in a pan with a little bit of oil, and stick them into a 350-degree oven for about 5 minutes, then mix them all up and put them back in for about another 5 minutes till they're nice and crispy, and then they'll be your topping. Like I said, just diced avocado, sour cream, tortillas. Okay, you can also top them with a little bit of like a Monterey Jack type cheese. Really, the soup is really amazing. It's very easy, very quick, and I really hope that you'll make it and enjoy it for years to come.